Let's proceed then to item number 8.
Item number 8 is the consent calendar. That is items 8A through 01. Is there any member of the public that would like to address one of these matters on the consent calendar, please?
And is there anybody in the audience, just as was just mentioned, that would like to speak to any of the items on the consent calendar? And seeing none, anybody online? No? Okay, very good. I'll bring this up to the dais. Are there any comments or questions from any of the commissioners regarding any of these items? Commissioner Williams? Nope? Okay. All right, very good. Don't see any interest in any questions, so let's go ahead and I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I will move approval of items 8A through 01.
And we have a motion. Do we have a second?
That was me.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Commissioner Williams, for the second. All right, one last opportunity for any comments or questions from the board. Seeing none, let's proceed with the vote. Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Geithner?
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Aye.
Commissioner Bremer?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. That passes 5-0. We can now proceed now to item number 9.
Item number 9 is proclamation recognizing National Adoption Month. Carrie Bremer, Vice Chair, Board of County Commissioners.
It's all yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to move approval of the following proclamation recognizing National Adoption Month. Whereas National Adoption Month has been recognized for more than 3 decades as a collective national effort to raise awareness of the more than 120,000 children in foster care across the United States, waiting to find permanent, loving families. And whereas El Paso County completed 541 adoptions for children in foster care or kinship care over the last 5 years. And of those, 213 were kin or kin-like adoptions. And whereas, in the past 5 years, El Paso County completed 84 adoptions for youth age 10 and older. And whereas, 76 adoptions have been completed in 2021, and there's currently an active search for adoptive families for 26 El Paso County children. And whereas the El Paso County Department of Human Services has a primary mission to strengthen families, assure the safety of children, and improve the overall quality of life in our community. And whereas the El Paso County Department of Human Services, with its many private, community-based, and nonprofit partners, plays a vital role in maintaining and increasing citizen involvement in adoption so that waiting children can find stable and permanent homes. And whereas it is with genuine appreciation that we recognize all El Paso County adoptive parents and the many dedicated adoption professionals who work to connect foster children with loving families. And now, therefore, the Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado, hereby recognizes November as Adoption Month in El Paso County and proclaims its sincere gratitude to our region's adoptive families who have opened their hearts and homes to provide love and stability for the youngest members of our society, helping them grow into successful adults and building the future of El Paso County. Done the 16th day of November, 2021 at Colorado Springs, Colorado. The Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado, signed Stan Vanderwerf, Chair, Cammie Bremer, Vice Chair, Lojinos Gonzalez Jr., Holly Williams, and Carrie Geithner, members, and attested to by Chuck Broerman, Clerk and Recorder.
Second.
All right. I think we have a formal motion and a second and a third. So, all right, Commissioner Bremer, do we have anybody speaking?
If there's anybody here to speak on this proclamation, just come on down and introduce yourself, and we'd love to hear from you.
Good morning. Thank you so much. I'm Stacy Quiddick, the Executive Director of the Department of Human Services in this great county. I'm very thankful to be here today and thankful to be here in El Paso County. So first of all, thank you so much for this opportunity and providing your support in helping recognize all things adoption. The children and youth that are adopted, the adoptive families, and all of the adoption professionals that work so hard to make it happen. I also want to thank and recognize all of the adoptive families, those that are in the audience, and those everywhere, that are giving children and youth the most precious and valuable thing they can give, a forever family. That means so much to have a place to call home and people to call their own. I want to thank our DHS team, and particularly our adoption team, that work tirelessly to connect waiting children with waiting families. I like to think of them as the magical matchmakers. I also want to thank all of the adoption professionals that we partner with in the community to change lives. I want to share just a few state statistics. So since January of this year, 551 Colorado children have been adopted. And there are approximately 436 children still waiting. And so I would like to ask everybody here today, and also everybody that may watch or hear this, to think about what difference they can make. Do they have room in their hearts and in their home to make a difference for just one of these 436 children? And if not you, who? Who do you know that could make a difference? And with that, I would like to introduce Amber Biss, our ongoing manager in Children, Youth, and Family Services at El Paso County DHS, who will share more information about El Paso County specific statistics.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for having this proclamation today. Like Stacy said, I'm Amber Biss. I'm one of our ongoing managers for El Paso County, and I have the privileges of overseeing our adoption team, and I've sure learned a lot in the last 8 months in this role, spending a lot of time learning all the details that our caseworkers do to finalize adoptions. And so I just wanted to highlight DHS is really only one way that families can adopt. There's other ways to adopt children. Some adoptions are completed through private entities and even internationally. When adoptions happen through DHS, like you shared, Commissioner Bremer, most of our children are adopted by family members, kin, and foster families. We had Mr. Worley up here this morning, and he's a great example of one of our foster families in our community that has adopted children. So Stacy highlighted that we partner with Raise the Future. They support us in our efforts to recruit families through the Colorado Heart Gallery. They also help our older youth connect to different connections throughout their life, just to, if they're not adopted, to have connections moving forward into adulthood. And they also provide post-adoption support. So like I said, our staff work directly with adoptive families to complete the adoption process here in El Paso County. You shared a lot of the statistics in reading the proclamation. We complete a little over 100 adoptions a year. And today we are lucky to have Jennifer Priscillo and Tony, who recently completed an adoption in October. And I'm going to welcome them up here to share their experience and whatever they would like to share about their adoption journey. Thank you again for acknowledging a National Adoption Month today.
Yes, hi, my name is Jennifer Priscillo. I have been a foster parent for the last 3 years, and it has been one of the most amazing journeys of my life. Gotten the privilege of working with several kids that have come through my home for various lengths of time. My son, Tony, came October of last year, and it's been an incredible journey that we've had together. He went through 15 foster homes. He had the record for running away from school and failing the most assignments. But we did a whole lot of work through a whole lot of issues, and he is just in a really great place right now. And it's been such a privilege for me to watch that journey, to see him turn into the young man he is today and continuing to be, and watch a tremendous turnaround from him getting in major trouble to school all the time to now being recognized for academic achievements and stuff like that. So definitely something I want to continue to do. I love foster care, and I hope to do it for my entire life, and I could not be happier to have Tony officially adopted as my son now. Say anything, bud?
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm 15 years old. I've been in foster care for 6 years, and I love my mom. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you all.
Yep. Well, comments? Yes, again, one of my very favorite proclamations of the year, too. I am just so thankful that in oh goodness, my mind is going today, 1963, a person named Sharon Edwards made the choice to, at age 15, to have her baby. And that baby eventually became my husband. And many, many years later, we were able to meet her. And amazingly enough, after growing up in Virginia, my husband's parents ended up in Vegas, and she also lives in Vegas. So our Vegas trips are surrounded by many, many, many family members now. I think we could spend 5 days there visiting all of the family we see. And then another adopted father, or a father who was the birth father, living in Idaho. So it's very, very important to me, adoption. One of the individuals I admire the most is a person who had 5 children of her own. Her youngest is the age of my youngest, which is 26. And then about the time her youngest got into high school, she thought, well, I needed to go to work and get a job, and she figured the best thing she was good at was having foster kids in her house, and ultimately ended up adopting 2 of those foster kids. So I have another friend who adopted 3 more foster kids as well. So it's just a very, very inspirational thing to do, to take a young man such as Tony and see him turn around and have an exceptional life. It speaks so highly to the need for all of these children to have a stable home where they are valued and loved by their foster parents or their parents, and even being adopted into that. That family connection will always be there. Tony will always be able to pick up the phone and call your mom for the rest of your life, because she was willing to take a chance and have you into her home. And it's so wonderful when we see these situations work out, and when the parents, after we give them many, many opportunities to reform, and they're unable to, it's always nice to have someone who will step in and take on that role. So thank you for bringing this proclamation.
Other commissioners? Commissioner Geithner.
Thank you. Just want to thank you for bringing this forward and all the great work that you do to promote the foster and adoption families, and how important it is to our community to support those around us who have made those choices. I think it is admirable and also just impressive that we have families that continue to come forward and open their homes and raise children that need their help and support. So thank you for everything that you do to facilitate that, and thank you to all the families who have made those choices to be the safe place for those children in our community who need it.
Thank you. Commissioner Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to thank all the great work done by everybody on this. That next generation. This is what this is exactly what we're talking about. Having parents that are able to be mentors and leaders and teachers for that next generation that's going to lead our country, and seeing the love and the advancement and the turning somebody who had some issues to somebody who's now, you know, thriving in a family. This is awesome, and this is what foster care does, and this is what adoptive parents do. And so I'm just so happy to see stories like this. So God bless and thank you and congratulations.
Very good. And of course, as is our tradition, the person that read the proclamation will do our closing remarks. So I'll just make some quick remarks here. I also want to just express my appreciation to the mom for helping to take care of Tony, to the Department of Human Services folks again for really continuing to push to help kids be in a better place. And Tony, you don't have to get back up to the podium, but you know, with academic achievement, I want to know, what's your favorite topic in school? Just blurt it out if you've got one. Math. That's great. All right. Future mathematician right here. So congratulations, and I'm glad that you're also now thriving in school as well. Good job. Keep going, because academics is what gets you to success in your life. It's one of the key things. Not the only one, but definitely a key part of that. And you just keep working hard on that, and there is no way you can lose if you always work hard on trying to achieve along those lines. And so now I'll give it over to Commissioner Bremer to do our closing remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I said earlier in the meeting that this is absolutely my favorite proclamation we do each year, and it's partly because of the awareness I know it raises. It's also, it's sobering and staggering to hear the numbers so close to home, those that are relevant here to El Paso County, and of course motivating and encouraging to see the actual stories kind of unfold right in front of us many times. You know, Tony, your smile says it all. You are a confident young man, I can tell, and you have a bright smile that lights up the room. And if you didn't have a safe and stable home life, that smile would probably be turned upside down. But I am very proud of you, and I'm very proud of your family, of the family that has taken you in and given you everything you need. I do realize that is hard work. And the last Fred Rogers quote I said applies to this as well. I hope you're proud of yourself for all the times you've said yes when it is an awful lot of work. But I will end here with this one, and this is specifically for you, Mom. We live in a world, and many of the other moms in our community who have said yes to the same thing. We live in a world in which we need to share responsibility. It's easy to say, it's not my child, not my community, not my world, not my problem. Then there are those who see the need and respond, and I consider those people my heroes. Thank you. You are my hero, and I am ready to vote on this.
All right, wonderful. I don't see any other comments from any other commissioners, so let us proceed with the vote. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Geithner.
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Aye.
Commissioner Bremer.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. That passes 5-0. Let us take a brief recess, and we can hand out the proclamation and maybe take a photograph as well.